All right, so I do want to talk about sort of a budget comparison of the 04 system versus HDZERO, and specifically the goggles N3 at $229 versus the Emax Transporter 2 HDs. These are $239. Obviously, the air units are going to be a little bit different costs. So the 04 standard air unit, I think it's going to be around $100, $110. And then this one in the Mobula 7 is the AI05. So your costs on the air units are probably a little different depending on your configuration, but this is how I tested it. So sort of an apples to apples comparison. I didn't want to compare the budget HDZERO to like the Goggles 3 and the Air Unit Pro, which is going to have the lower latency and the better image quality. So I thought this would be more fair. I saw a lot of interesting speculations regarding how the race mode on the 04 system would work. I was told by DJI it is fixed latency. In this particular setup here with the N3 and the 04 standard, it's going to be 27 milliseconds of fixed latency in race mode. If you use the 04 Pro and the Goggles 3, it'll be 15 milliseconds latency. The budget HDZERO latency here in this setup, I believe, is similar. It's around 30-35 milliseconds, I think. Obviously, because we're dealing with a 60 hertz camera here, not the 90 hertz setup on the $600 HDZERO goggles. So just want to lay out the comparison here on this additional test. The one in the main video or the main review was going behind a building. So I wanted to see what the penetration was like. And one of the things that I saw was that people were saying that in the race mode on the DJI goggles in the 04 system, the latency will go from 15 milliseconds to 200 milliseconds. And I was like, that's weird. How would anyone know that? Obviously, they don't. They're just making up stuff. So I did another test. So I did that one test where I went behind the building. I didn't feel any additional latency. It still felt the same, although the image got a little more grainier because the bitrate did go down. So that's how I think how they're adjusting for the fact that they're going through an object. Then this other test here, you're going to see in the footage in this section is going to be going through an underground parking garage, so kind of simulating like maybe a bando freestyle type situation where you may want to have an idea what it's like to go through sort of concrete and like underground, that kind of thing. And so I did both of these in that scenario here. So again, the bitrate did go drop a little bit as I go into the parking garage and around in the concrete and stuff, and the image quality did kind of deteriorate a little bit. And you can compare that to how the HDZERO system behaved with its fake analog breakup. But you'll see from the footage that I didn't lose connection. People were saying that you'll as soon as you go underground or in some sort of parking garage, you'll just lose video and crash. That didn't happen. So just want to disprove some of the sort of theories that are being thrown around there from people that didn't actually fly this, and you're actually seeing real flight footage here. So let me know what you guys think, and what do you think of this test scenario? If you want to see some additional test scenarios, let me know down in the comments below. Also please make sure that they're detailed on specifics. If I don't understand what you're saying, I'm not going to do that test because it just if I can't figure it out, I'm not going to bother trying to figure it out. You should be detailed in your comment as to what you want to see for a future test scenario. Well, take a look at it and let me know.